Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing great today. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of comics to rank the 20 most powerful villains from both Marvel and DC. These are the titans of evil, the cosmic threats, and the ultimate masterminds who have pushed our greatest heroes to their absolute limits. So if you're a true fan of epic battles and unforgettable villains, this list is definitely for you. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment telling us who you think is the most dangerous villain of all time, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, let's jump right into this ultimate ranking of pure villainy. At number 20, Massacre is a fusion of Magneto and Professor Xavier, two of the most powerful mutants on Earth at that time. This villain emerged after a portion of Magneto's essence was absorbed into Xavier's mind, unleashing a darkseid that Xavier had long tried to suppress. The result was a cosmic-level threat, combining their immense powers with the ability to absorb others' abilities and manipulate reality itself. Despite the overwhelming power Massacre wielded, only a united effort from heroes and villains alike could stop him. The X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and even villains like Dr. Doom joined forces to fight him. Ultimately, Franklin Richards, son of Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, used his own powers to send Massacre to another dimension. This victory came at a cost, with heroes like Captain America and Iron Man sacrificing themselves to contain the threat. At number 19, Mephisto is Marvel's embodiment of the devil, a malevolent entity whose sole purpose is to tempt heroes, spread chaos, and cause suffering without reason. Known for his reality-warping powers, Mephisto has manipulated events on a cosmic scale, including erasing Peter Parker and Mary Jane's marriage in the One More Day storyline. His influence is so vast that he even tried to corrupt Thanos himself. In the Infinity Gauntlet saga, Mephisto whispered dark suggestions to Thanos, encouraging him to destroy entire galaxies to impress death. However, it was all part of Mephisto's twisted game, manipulating existence and countless lives just for his amusement. His powers make him a terrifying force whose impact echoes through the Marvel Universe. At number 18, Larfle is the sole Orange Lantern and the embodiment of greed, wielding the full power of the Orange Light. As the only wielder of the Orange Lantern ring, he can summon vast armies made of energy constructs fueled by his insatiable desire. His power is so immense that he can stand toe-to-toe with the Guardians of the Universe themselves. Larfle's hunger for possession makes him one of the most dangerous and unpredictable villains in the DC Universe. His control over the Orange Light allows him to absorb energy and create nearly unstoppable forces, making him a formidable opponent for any hero. Larfle's greed drives his every action, and his ability to manifest constructs from his desires turns his power into a relentless weapon. This combination of strength and obsession places him high on the list of the most powerful villains. At number 17, Reverse Flash may seem out of place among overwhelmingly powerful beings, but his time travel abilities make him one of the most dangerous villains in the DC universe. His mastery over the Speed Force allows him to manipulate time, making him responsible for catastrophic events like the Flashpoint. This ability to alter reality itself puts him in a league far beyond a typical villain. Reverse Flash's power to rewrite history has caused chaos on a multiversal scale, threatening the very fabric of existence. His obsession with destroying Barry Allen and reshaping time for his own gain makes him a constant threat. Despite not having cosmic strength, his control over time manipulation gives him a unique and terrifying edge. At number 16, Nekron is the original guardian of the universe's darkness, embodying the death that existed before creation. As the main villain in Blackest Night, he commands the Black Lantern Corps, an army of undead superpowered beings. Nekron's control over death and darkness makes him one of the most terrifying forces in the DC universe. His power to raise the dead and manipulate life and death itself gives him unmatched influence over the living and the dead alike. Nekron's presence threatens the balance of the entire cosmos, making him a nightmare for every hero who faces him. His dominion over death places him among the most powerful and fearsome villains ever. At number 15, Apocalypse is a primordial force who existed long before the Kryptonian civilization was born. Known as one of the most relentless and deadly beings in the DC universe, he has even managed to kill Superman at one point. Constantly resurrected, Apocalypse is an unstoppable war machine fueled by a desire to conquer and destroy everything in his path. His immense strength, advanced technology, and near immortality make him a terrifying opponent for any hero. Apocalypse's influence stretches across time and space, leaving devastation wherever he goes. His combination of brute force and regeneration secures his place as one of the most powerful villains in the DC universe. At number 14, Magus is the dark, corrupted version of Adam Warlock, the perfect cosmic hero in Marvel's universe. Originating from the future, Magus represents what happens when all of Warlock's heroic potential is twisted into evil. With immense cosmic power, he founded the Universal Church of Truth, using it to build a vast galactic empire that spreads his influence far and wide. The only way Warlock defeated Magus was by teaming up with Thanos to alter the timeline and erase the future where Magus existed. Despite this, Magus keeps returning, proving that evil is relentless and hard to destroy. His repeated comebacks are fueled by the corruption within Adam Warlock himself, or alternate realities, making him a persistent cosmic threat. At number 13, Corvac is one of Marvel's most terrifying villains, wielding near unlimited power over existence itself. Born in the 31st century, he was transformed into a cybernetic being and traveled back in time, absorbing vast knowledge to become a reality manipulator. His power was so immense that major cosmic entities like Eternity, the Watcher, Odin, and Mephisto had to join forces to stop him. Despite their combined might, Corvac remained nearly unbeatable, forcing the heroes to face an almost impossible threat. His story ends in tragedy when, disillusioned by lost love, he takes his own life. Corvac's ability to shape reality and his nearly unstoppable power make him one of Marvel's most formidable villains. At number 12, Dark Phoenix is one of the most iconic examples of a hero-turned-villain, with Jean Grey's transformation leaving a lasting impact on comics and fans alike. Originally known as Marvel Girl, she gained immense cosmic power through the Phoenix Force, an entity representing all life in the universe. Overwhelmed by this power, she lost control and awakened as the Dark Phoenix, driven to consume everything in her path. The Phoenix Force's connection to life itself makes Dark Phoenix virtually immortal and nearly impossible to defeat. Her destructive rampage tested the limits of the X-Men and reshaped the Marvel Universe. This tragic fall from grace remains one of the most powerful and emotional stories in comic history. At number 11, Kang the Conqueror is a time-traveling villain known for his intelligence, cruelty, and ambition. A descendant of Reed Richards from the distant future, Kang has mastered time travel, making him nearly omnipresent across history. This ability allows multiple versions of Kang to exist simultaneously, making his plans unpredictable and dangerous. Kang's power goes beyond just manipulation of time. He has successfully conquered the world in the comics. In the Kang Dynasty storyline, he used his superior intellect, a temporal army, and futuristic weapons to defeat the Avengers, destroy cities, and force a global surrender. Though his reign was short-lived, Kang's mastery of time makes him a uniquely formidable villain. At number 10, Thanos, the Mad Titan, stands as one of the most iconic villains in comics and pop culture. Known widely from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, his comic version is equally powerful, motivated by his twisted love for death. Using the Infinity Gauntlet, he wiped out billions across the universe, showing a ruthless desire to prove his might. His actions are driven by sheer power and obsession, making him a genocidal force of nature feared by many. Even without the Infinity Stones, Thanos remains a terrifying opponent. As an Eternal, he possesses immense strength, resilience, and intellect, making him a challenge for the Avengers, Fantastic Four, and other heroes. His combination of brute force and strategic mind allows him to outsmart and overpower many opponents. Thanos' presence in the Marvel Universe is a constant threat that demands all heroes unite against him. At number 9, Superboy-Prime is known as one of the most powerful and unstable versions of Superman. Hailing from Earth Prime, he played a major role in causing the Infinite Crisis, leaving a trail of destruction across the multiverse. His strength, speed, and durability surpass nearly every Kryptonian, making him a nearly unstoppable force when fueled by rage and insanity. Superboy-Prime's powers grow even more dangerous due to his lack of control and violent tendencies. His reality-warping abilities allow him to alter timelines and challenge entire universes. This combination of immense power and instability makes him one of the most feared villains in the DC multiverse. At number 8, Trigon, father of Raven from the Teen Titans, is one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe after the New 52 reboot. He is a god of pure evil who feeds off the destruction he leaves in galaxies he conquers. His true power remains largely unknown because many heroes have united to stop him from fully unleashing his abilities. In alternate realities, Trigon has demonstrated the terrifying extent of his strength, defeating numerous heroes and ruling with an iron fist. His dark energy and cosmic powers make him a nearly unstoppable force, feared by all who face him. Trigon's overwhelming evil presence cements his place among DC's greatest villains. At number 7, Mr. Mexi is a fifth-dimensional being whose powers are beyond human comprehension, capable of altering reality on a multiversal scale. He has created and destroyed entire galaxies purely for entertainment, making him one of the most powerful entities in the DC universe. However, his playful and mischievous nature keeps him from being the deadliest villain, as he rarely intends true harm. Instead, he delights in confusing and tormenting heroes with bizarre tricks and illusions. Despite not being focused on destruction, Mr. Mexi abilities make him a nearly unstoppable force. His reality-warping powers can twist the fabric of existence, leaving heroes scrambling for solutions. Conventional weapons and strategies are useless against him, forcing heroes to outwit rather than overpower him. His chaotic influence is a constant threat, reminding everyone that raw power doesn't always mean evil intent, but can still cause serious havoc. At number 6, Imperx is a villain whose power rivals that of the Big Bang itself, making him one of the most formidable beings in the DC universe. His destructive force was so immense that heroes and villains alike, including Mongol and Apocalypse, had to unite to stop him. Despite their combined efforts, defeating Imperx proved impossible, showing just how overwhelming his power truly is. The only way they managed to contain Imperx was by sending him back in time to the moment of the Big Bang, which ultimately destroyed him. This drastic measure highlights the scale of the threat he posed, capable of annihilating entire galaxies. Imperx's cosmic-level power makes him a catastrophic force of nature, feared by all who know his name. At number 5, Darkseid is one of the new gods and arguably the most feared villain in the DC universe. Soon to appear as a major threat in the DC cinematic universe, Darkseid's insane power levels make him a nightmare for the Justice League. Beyond his incredible strength and cosmic abilities, he commands an entire planet filled with loyal demon armies willing to sacrifice everything for him. His mastery of the Omega effect gives him the power to erase beings from existence and manipulate energy on a universal scale. Darkseid's ruthless ambition to conquer Earth and impose his will makes him one of the deadliest villains ever. His presence alone sends shockwaves through the DC universe, marking him as a nearly unstoppable force of destruction. At number 4, AntiMonitor is the central villain behind one of the most devastating storylines in DC Comics history, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. His power to consume entire universes and erase whole realities is unmatched, making him a threat not just to a single world, but to the entire multiverse. AntiMonitor's existence embodies pure destruction, and his relentless quest to annihilate all life has caused unparalleled chaos and suffering across countless dimensions. Heroes from every corner of the multiverse had to band together to stand a chance against him. His control over antimatter allows him to dismantle the fabric of reality itself, leaving nothing but emptiness in his wake. few villains have left such a lasting impact, as his presence reshaped the entire DC universe. AntiMonitor's immense power and destructive will cement his place as one of the most terrifying beings ever conceived in comics. At number 3, Galactus is one of Marvel's most iconic villains, known as the Devourer of Worlds. Far from a typical villain seeking power or conquest, he is a cosmic entity driven by a primal instinct to consume planets and absorb their life energy. This makes him an unstoppable force of nature, feared by entire civilizations across the universe. His hunger shapes his every action, placing him beyond good or evil in traditional terms. What makes Galactus especially fascinating is his role as a cosmic balance, not just a destroyer. For over 6 decades, he has been portrayed in various ways, but always as a nearly incomprehensible force. He relies on heralds like the Silver Surfer to find planets for him to feed on, creating complex relationships that raise deep existential questions. Galactus remains a symbol of cosmic power and inevitability in the Marvel Universe. At number 2, Null is the primordial god of darkness and chaos in the Marvel Universe, existing before the creation of everything. He ruled over the endless void that existed before the world was formed by the Celestials. As the father of the symbiotes, Null's influence extends throughout the cosmos, as these creatures are not just alien beings, but extensions of his own dark will. This connection makes his reach vast and terrifying, affecting countless worlds. Beyond that, Null forged the Necrosword, a weapon capable of killing gods, which was wielded by Gore, the God Butcher, in his crusade against divine beings. His desire to return the universe to its original state of emptiness led to a devastating symbiote invasion, showing just how powerful and ruthless he truly is. Null's ancient origins, cosmic influence, and control over darkness place him among the most dangerous and unstoppable villains in all of Marvel's history. At number 1, Beyonder is an almost childlike cosmic entity in the Marvel Universe, known for creating entire worlds just to play with heroes and villains like toys. First appearing in the original Secret Wars, he gathered groups of powerful beings on a remote planet and forced them to fight for the chance to have their deepest wishes granted. His reality-warping powers allowed him to shape existence itself on a whim. The 2015 Secret Wars expanded his story, revealing that Beyonders are a race from a dimension beyond the multiverse. Their ability to access timelines and manipulate reality shows their incomprehensible power. As beings existing outside conventional space and time, the Beyonders stand among the most formidable forces in Marvel, capable of reshaping all of existence according to their will. Thanks for watching this epic ranking of the most powerful villains in Marvel and DC. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content. Let me know which villain surprised you the most or who you'd add to the list. Also, drop your video suggestions below. I love hearing what you want to see next.